Good evening and welcome to Orca News. The headlines. Ex-Hurricane Nigel now slamming Landova with gale force winds. Landovian army has not found any more landmines. Landova Meteorological Agency to revamp its early warning devices and instruments. And a 6.8 magnitude earthquake struck Morocco, and a cyclone in Libya devastated the lives of many. Ex-Hurricane Nigel is now an extratropical cyclone battering Landova with gale force winds. We have Chantel Powell for the report.
Thank you, Mata. Nigel has transitioned from a Category 1 hurricane to a persisting extratropical storm that will impact Landova, with gale force winds reaching 62 to 88 km per hour with higher gusts. As of 8 in the evening, the Landova Meteorological Agency has issued a high wind warning for most places in Landova and gale warning for marine. High wind warning is hoisted in the following areas: Picot City, Plainsfield City, Sonoma City, Shoddler Two-Door, Commerce Valley Terraces Village, Whitetone Village, Old Massa Village, Flat Hills Village, and Frostley Village. A high wind warning is issued for wind speeds ranging from 62 to 117 km per hour on land. A wind advisory is issued for Lubhart Village, with wind speed ranging from 39 to 61 km per hour. For marine warnings, gale warning is issued in the following places: Picot City, Plainsfield City, Sonoma City, Shoddler Two-Door, and Whitetone Village. A gale warning is issued for winds ranging from 62 to 88 km per hour, with high wave sea conditions. A small craft advisory is raised in the following areas: Flat Hills Village, Frostley Village, and Lubhart Village. The advisory is issued for wind speeds ranging from 39 to 61 km per hour, with rough sea conditions. The warnings are effective until tomorrow at 8 p.m., unless there is an intermediate warning to be issued. Furthermore, post-tropical cyclone Nigel is last located 215 kilometers east of Landova, with sustained winds of 95 km per hour and a central pressure of 980 hectopascals, while moving north-northeast at 60 km per hour. Nigel will continue to impact Landova until Sunday afternoon. Meanwhile, Tropical Storm Ophelia is nearing landfall over North Carolina. Ophelia currently has winds of 110 km per hour, with a minimum central pressure of 986 hectopascals, while moving north-northwest at 20 km per hour. The Landova Meteorological Agency says that Ophelia will not impact Landova, and will further weaken as it traverses over land.
In a proactive move, the Landova Meteorological Agency is set to undergo a significant overhaul of its early warning systems and instruments. This revamp is part of the agency's commitment to providing the public with more accurate and reliable weather information. The plans to streamline the dissemination of crucial weather updates and introduce cutting-edge instruments for advanced forecasting. One of the key enhancements includes the introduction of a new set of warning systems. These systems will not only deliver timely alerts but also offer more detailed information to help communities better prepare for adverse weather conditions. Moreover, the general public will gain access to radar data from the plane's field-sooty Doppler radar. This initiative aligns with a global call to action, as UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres urged nations worldwide to protect their citizens with early warning systems by 2027. The Early Warnings for All initiative aims to ensure that every person on Earth is shielded from the risks of hazardous weather, water-related, or climate events through life-saving early warning systems. The Landova Meteorological Agency, in collaboration with the Information, Communications, Science, and Technology Department, is committed to improving early warning dissemination, hazard detection, and weather forecasting capabilities. These measures are designed not only to minimize risks but also to prevent major disasters, ensuring the safety and well-being of all Landovians. Following extensive demining operations, the Landovian Army, in conjunction with the National Security and Integral Operations Department (DENCIO), has confirmed the absence of additional landmines in the uncontrolled territories northwest of Lubhart village. The collaborative efforts of these agencies have resulted in the successful clearance of potential hazards within the forested area. The Department of National Security and Integral Operations continues to prioritize the safety of the region's inhabitants. To maintain a vigilant posture against any potential threats, the department has imposed restrictions on access to the forested areas. These precautionary measures are essential to safeguard the welfare of the local population and prevent any untoward incidents. President Klavinsky has embarked on a diplomatic mission to New York City to participate in the United Nations General Assembly. This annual gathering of world leaders serves as a platform for constructive dialogue and collaboration on global issues. During his visit, President Klavinsky is slated to engage in discussions with numerous heads of state and dignitaries from across the globe. These meetings are expected to encompass a wide range of topics, from international diplomacy to environmental sustainability and economic cooperation. It's worth noting that prior to his arrival in New York City, President Klavinsky conducted visits to undisclosed cities within the United States. Although the specific agenda of these visits remains confidential, his executive secretary has emphasized that they were undertaken solely for official work purposes, dispelling any notion of leisure travel. As the president takes part in the assembly, his presence reaffirms Landova's commitment to international cooperation and diplomacy in addressing the pressing challenges of our time. A magnitude 6.8 earthquake struck the Marrakesh region in Morocco last September 8, killing around 3,000 people, turning houses and buildings into rubble, and terrifying residents. It was the deadliest the country has experienced in more than 60 years, since earthquakes in Morocco are rare, especially in the southern regions. Emergency services were dispatched to earthquake-stricken areas, and King Mohammed VI of Morocco ordered a relief commission to deliver aid to survivors. International aid has flowed in from countries such as Japan, France, and the United Arab Emirates. The majority of deaths happened in mountain areas close to the epicenter that were difficult to reach, as stated by authorities, and rescue personnel were having problems getting to the worst impacted areas due to road damage, according to Al-Ula. A rare Mediterranean storm named Daniel wreaked havoc in the places of Libya and Greece on September 10. Storm Daniel made landfall in Libya, causing severe weather conditions, including strong winds and sudden heavy rainfall affecting several areas in the country. It heavily impacted Libya with severe widespread flooding. Massive flooding caused by 2 dams that have collapsed has killed more than 6,000 people, with hundreds more still missing. At least 40,000 people have been internally displaced and are being mainly hosted by relatives as well as in schools and public facilities. The collapse of 2 dams, which sent water rushing towards the town of Trina, has caused catastrophic damage, authorities said. 3 bridges were destroyed. The flowing water carried away entire neighborhoods, eventually depositing them into the sea, said Ahmed Mismari, spokesperson for the Libyan National Army. Homes in valleys were washed away by strong muddy currents carrying vehicles and debris. Libya was not prepared for a catastrophe like that. It has not witnessed that level of catastrophe before, said the Emergency and Ambulance Authority spokesperson. The storm looks certain to be one of the deadliest on record in North Africa and the deadliest flooding in all of Africa in more than a century. And that's it for tonight's news. This is Mada Parkinson, reporting for Orca News. Good evening, everyone.